So we're talking about how to make your fears your friends. That is, to get comfortable with the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable. It's important in life to recognize that life is going to be uncomfortable if you're going to make progress. If you lay down on the couch and fold your hands with a little rest and become lazy, hoping that the fear will go away, it won't. It's never going to attack itself. You're going to have to take it head on. You're going to have to provide some resistance. We've talked about this resistance you get from outside, but the biggest resistor to your own productivity is what's inside your own head, not just what's on the other side of the equation. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to do these three things? First of all, speak it out to yourself. Maybe to speak it out, you need to write it down. That is very useful for people. Maybe you just want to write yourself a little note. Maybe you want to talk it into your phone and record it. You know, when you hear yourself and when you name the thing that's bothering you, that's holding you back, it usually helps you to overcome it and say, well, that's not as big as I thought it was when I actually spoke it out. The emotional connections to things are much bigger than the things themselves. So you've got to learn to speak, and maybe you can do that with other people. And if you have some prayer partners, 2 or 3 people that perhaps are your friends that you can talk to, or your phone, or maybe in a group in one way or another, and ask them to help you with your fears. Admit to them where you fall short, and to pray. And pray through these positive passages of Scripture, like I mentioned, Philippians 4. And you can find all kinds of scriptures that speak of the great strength and power that God is willing to work in you if you will allow grace to operate. And prayer is a latch on that door of operational function that leads you to a higher level. So facing it head on and speaking it to yourself and then praying about it to the Lord will make a huge difference. And then take a step. Just one step. The beginning of your journey to the future starts with that first step. Take one step about overcoming that fear. I know that to pick up your phone and make that difficult phone call, you find it very difficult. If you don't think about it too long, you'll find that the phone is easy to pick up. If you think about it a long time, it'll weigh 1,000 pounds for you to pick up that phone and actually take that step to dial the number and talk to somebody, if that's in fact the step that you need to do. Analyze what the easy steps are, what the first step is, and then let the second step worry about itself. You can develop courage. You can become a less fearful person. It won't happen overnight. You've got to make habits of your life to do the difficult things and to push back against your own tendency to resist what is positive in your life. You know, you'll make a great difference in this world if you'll simply do the things that you know you should be doing.